What's good, people? We're back with another episode of the Four Quarter Talk podcast. Been a minute since I said that again. Hopefully, we start to get a little more consistent now that the season started. But I'm Josh Misogi, joined by.
Analysis.
Let's get into it. Firstly, we're gonna start with covering the Harden trade. Obviously, it happened a couple of weeks back. Probably a month back now. No, like a week,
Now
week
it's
or,
a
like a
week
week.
or so, yeah.
But everything feels like it happened ages ago. How quickly the pace is going right now. But
Yeah.
I wanted to get my initial thoughts out there, but I've been a bit busy with other media stuff. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on the trade, first of all?
Well, I think it was like just the time. Because I think it was obvious that he's going to the Clippers because it's been all like talking about for weeks about Clippers and Sixers, like talking about the trade, and then Clippers all of a sudden like just we just not doing anything now because it was very hard to negotiate with the Sixers about the package. But I think Sixers weren't the ones in control of the trade because it's Harden and Harden's value dropped significantly.
Yeah,
And but I think still it's W for both teams because the Clippers wanted Harden and basically Sixers wanted Harden out, and now the like Sixers will have more freedom like for Maxi because he's having very good start of the season, and I think with being without Harden on the court, it will just be a very good thing for Maxi and like his feelings now. I don't know, like it's very hard. And like this season, he can definitely be an all-star player. And for the Lakers, for the Clippers, not Lakers. I don't know. It's like they have like four very good players, like with Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, and Paul George. But I don't know. It's like just like like they're a good team, but injuries and then how playoffs go. So I don't know. So five looks decent, but no wins.
yeah. For me, I think firstly, Harden when he's done, which is probably going to be quite soon with the way he's been playing. He needs to become an agent because this guy is I don't know he's like the number one. I don't know like he can get out of any situation, no matter what his trade value is, no matter how he's playing, what the teams want to do. Because like Dame thought he was him. Dame thought he was him. He
Yeah,
thought he could get it where he wanted to. Harden now, like from Houston to Brooklyn, from Brooklyn to the 76ers, and from the 76ers to Clippers, he's been able to negotiate on his own terms with no value. Probably he hasn't really had much value since the first trade from Houston. Uh, and he's been able to get exactly where he wants to on his own terms. He didn't even have to play. He didn't even have to play a game for the 76ers this year. Obviously, there was like the background stuff where this trade request is a little bit different from the others, where there was some shady stuff done on the 76ers part with what seems to be like a promise behind the scenes about his contract. But still, like he can just get out of any situation he wants, and that makes him one of the biggest winners of this trade for sure. Uh, from the 76ers standpoint where I want to start, I think they're probably the biggest winners of this trade. Very rare or common case of addition by subtraction, I think. As soon as Tyrese Maxey started to ball out at the start of the season, it made Harden very expendable. And at that point, you'd rather just have that out of the locker room and just be able to focus on the future because I remember Tyrese Maxey had an appearance on JJ Redick's podcast where he was just talking about how the last few years has been a bit tricky for him with back to back the Ben Simmons trade request and then the Harden one where he goes into seasons. Well, his whole career has been weird where he was the rookie class that had the shortened season, and then all of this kind of leaves in a spot where he doesn't know what his role is going to be from game to game, from year to year. And now keeping himself ready because there was a trade request, so the likelihood was that Harden wasn't going to play. He finally comes to a season knowing that he's more likely than not going to be the number two option, and it's showing. And at that point, just get Harden out of here. We don't need that. involved with our locker room. And yeah, they've had a great start. Only dropped one game. They're looking great. Everything's kind of working together well. The pieces that they got in return, kind of role players. You don't need what I'm about to get onto with the Clippers is that you don't need too much going on in terms of different playmakers. Like sometimes you just need role players ready to do their thing. That's been more the formula for the lot as many championships as I can remember. Is not having too many players that need the ball, but having players that work together and without as much ego going involved. Um, on the Clippers side, why? 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 I get it. I get that, stars available calls out your team specifically. Yeah. But it's kind of like they took a page out of the Lakers playbook where they have something and they just decide, let's just add another star for no reason. That doesn't
Yeah,
really fit what we do. Um I think we can agree the story of every Clippers season is injuries.
yeah,
But what they had last playoffs and the start of this season before they acquired Harden seemed like if they stay healthy, which is like the only real factor, it seemed like something that they could go forward with because the West is basically the Nuggets and everyone else. There's no real number two team that is
yeah.
decently above the rest. There's no pecking order like that. So it's like if you're gonna have injuries, well, yeah, you're not gonna win anyway. And if not, then it's like you've got Russ finally feeling comfortable again, like himself. He's got very good chemistry with Paul George, who started the season quite well. And now you throw in Harden here, who he hasn't had terrible games himself individually, but you can tell that there's a lot of them trying to adjust to him. Paul George first game, absolute stinker. Kawhi,
Where's the P? Where's the P as the video
where's Paul though?
shows?
I don't know. In the world of AI, the way that he found a way to just give real ammunition, like not AI could never top something like that.
Yeah,
Where's Paul though? But
yeah.
yeah, Kawhi like PG just looks out of place. Kawhi just looks a lot less aggressive. And now you have this awkward dynamic with Harden and Russ, where Russ is Russ is best when he's on ball. Harden is as well. And then now it's just awkward. You've got two primary initiators kind of battling, and they haven't had terrible games themselves. Although I think last night everyone's efficiency was absolute trash. I think Harden was the only one that was like above 50%. No, he wasn't
No,
above
like
50.
everywhere were below 50. Only Zuba
Yeah,
scored. Yeah.
so even him. So they had something going. They traded away good defensive pieces as well. It's like I don't really understand why they would do
Now they
that. They
got
just
PG Tucker back in that trade as
yeah,
well.
and now he's got to be their center with with Zubac out. So it's just I don't know. It's like you didn't really need to do this. I don't think the when you weigh in whether it works or not, like I guess you're adding a talent in Harden, but what you're giving up and what you're taking away in terms of touches from your main players doesn't really justify bringing that piece in.
Yeah, but not gonna lie, I feel like they'll figure it out and they'll be fine. I feel like Harden, he has to, he can't
This is it for
ask
him.
for a lot of touches. It's on him. Like he has to figure out and he has to adapt
Contract
to the
year as well. For the
yeah.
Clippers as well, where I do understand it with the Clippers is that this is it for the Clippers too.
Oh yeah,
Um,
100.
all of those players we just mentioned, all of them are on a contract year. They could all leave this summer. So, and obviously, well documented, they have no draft control whatsoever for the rest of the decade. So, this is it. They have to go all in. They have to make that all in move every season and
Yep.
just pray that there's no injuries. But so I get it. I do understand. And in a West where in a league where the firepower is going higher and higher, I get the why. I just don't all the way agree with it. I think you could have. I just don't think the add as many stars as possible formula works. I just think It
Yeah,
keeps failing.
we
It
saw it
keeps failing
coming.
over and over again. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Yeah, I don't see it because you see teams like the Suns struggling, although obviously they haven't had them
Well,
all
it's
in.
injuries. Like
Yeah,
the three players didn't play like together yet, so
but I mean, with even just Harden himself and all the teams that he's been a part of, where like the Nets big three, that was injuries too, actually, to be fair.
yeah,
But the problem is because injuries happen across the league, but when you put all of your when you put everything into your top five or so, you don't have the depth to make up for when you have injuries.
yeah,
Is the problem. But I see it. I don't know. I feel like the fit is a bit awkward, and when you get to playoff time, when you have time to prepare, and you have Russ, you've either got to play Harden in a spot where he's not all the way comfortable, where he's not handling the ball, or you've got to play Russ in that spot and he doesn't space the floor whatsoever. So either way, to make this work, I just don't think you probably can't play them at the same time as each other and still
yeah.
get the best out of the rest of the lineup. So I don't know. I feel like you've created more problems for yourself as in solutions. I think if in this trade, if Russ was part of the trade and you got back more role players, then maybe it makes sense. But bringing in a redundant player that kind of does the same stuff, I don't know.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. Yeah, we'll have to see that one. Uh, but yeah, the Sixers definitely thriving after getting rid of that, and they
Yeah,
look like they're in a spot where they can compete this year, but then also afterwards
second round.
they can bring in more. They can bring more. Maybe another star or more pieces in after that after getting rid of Harden. Okay,
Yeah,
let's get into what the main event of this episode is going to be, which is rises and fallers. We're just going to take a look across the league. It's only been obviously a couple of weeks, but it's been enough time to kind of see a couple little patterns and we see teams and players that have risen or fallen entering the season and see whether we think uh, they're going to continue this trend or not. We'll start positively. We'll start with a riser. We've got Scotty Barnes. He started the season
yeah,
greatly, obviously benefiting from some of the players that were taking the ball away from him, like Fred VanVleet and everyone being shipped away. And now he's the clear number one on the team. Siakam's taking a step back and his scoring is going up. Even last game, he just struggled last night offensively, but still put up ridiculous stat line across the board defensively. He's looking like the player that was the rookie of the year and the right progression that you expect. So obviously he had a sophomore slump and a lot of people wanted to give up on him, but he's looking like the real deal right now.
yeah. He looks really good, but I feel like every single Raptors fan like just blow it up and build it around Scotty like properly because like some
Yeah.
things is happening like in that team is like ridiculous. But yeah, Scotty himself, like the game against San Antonio, he was insane. Like he was doing literally everything, defending, scoring, passing, everything. So yeah, he like in third year, his stocks is rising. His stock is high at the moment. So yeah, but he's very very good. And but yeah, as I said, I think Toronto still Masai. He needs to do something. He just
Masai,
like he
Ujiri
needs
just
to blow it up.
let go. I know he doesn't like rebuilding, but man, like what like you're just gonna waste the rest of like you're just gonna be this middle of the pack team for no reason. Like most of the
Yeah,
roster wanted out. You've got Siakam there. I don't know. I think yeah,
he,
you build around. It's time to build around Scotty.
yeah. Like did they turn down like 4 first round picks for OG last season?
See, the thing
Uh,
is, Masai Ujiri is kind of he's like a fantasy league GM, man. Like he doesn't want to trade unless he feels like he's absolutely finessing you. Like
yeah,
he will not pull the trigger unless he thinks he's completely finessing you. Uh, yeah, I don't understand. Just take, like, bro, just make small improvements if you can. I don't understand. Like your legacy isn't finished if you do a win-win trade, bro.
yeah. Yeah,
it's not that bad. And yeah, he's just kind of alienated other GMs from wanting to deal with him because he just throws out ridiculous offers and declines very reasonable stuff. I think the makeup of their team could look a lot more promising if he took half the deals that were reported over the summer.
yeah, yeah.
So
Because definitely, like they have players that will help a lot of other teams.
yeah,
He will
yeah,
like,
and
but
he's clinging on to this core that I understand. You win a championship, and normally when you win a championship, everyone returns. At least the top players return, and weirdly, Kawhi, he marches to his own beat, and he Finals MVP, leaving the team the next season. I don't know if that's even happened before him, but that happens, and I get it. Okay, cool. You still want a chip, and you still believe that okay, we could be decent. So you run that core back, cool. But that was like 5 years. That was like almost 5 years ago,
yeah,
and now you've just been a middle of the pack team that might, you might extend a first round series to six or something for like the last couple of years, or a playing team. And
we're not making playoffs at all.
yeah, we're not making the playoffs at all, but not bad enough to get a high pick. So at
Well,
this
they got
point,
Scotty. They got Scotty Barnes.
yeah, but like after since then, it's like just
Since then,
it's just
they should have started literally since then. Since they got Scotty, just build around Scotty
yeah,
from the start.
exactly exactly like you shouldn't, yeah, because players like OG, even Siakam, like just you can get so much value out of them.
Yeah,
OG has been a highly sought out player for like every deadline for the last like 2 seasons or so.
yeah,
Um, and the ceiling with this core is not high because the ages don't match up or anything. Like, just give Scotty the chance to just develop and yeah, just get more talent in because I don't think this core doesn't really make sense moving forward at all. You should never get too attached to because it's been years now. It's been years. They did their thing. They won their championship, but it's not good to get complacent. Especially you've got Scotty there. He didn't win the championship, so he's got his own career to worry about. And that is the problem that happens sometimes when you get players getting high draft picks getting drafted into decent situations or like a great player. For example, Anthony Davis, he was pretty good early, so now they're already trying to make moves to be decent rather than continuing to build
yeah,
around him. And now you've got AD spending half of his career in just an average situation where the best you can hope for is the second round until it's too late. So yeah, they need to get a lot more proactive with that situation for sure. But Scotty's killing right now. Uh, let's go fallers. Let's go to the first faller. The Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers.
yeah. The LeBron's carrying them again. Did you
Yep,
see the stat that like with LeBron, they're like plus 20. Without LeBron, was like plus minus 20. Like it's
another
insane.
season where he's pushing 40 and you're still relying on him. They did that little thing at the start, first game where they were like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
where they benched him. They were like, yeah, he's only gonna play 30 minutes every game. Yeah, all right, bro. Now you've got a guy pushing 40 that is you, you're relying on him to carry your team. It's just ridiculous. I don't know, especially with AD. I know he's out now, but he started all right though. He was putting up
yeah.
decent stat lines.
AD started very well. Yeah, he started very well.
He started very well. But I think I don't know. It's that Lakers tax, man, with the
Reeves,
players.
Austin Reeves literally got found out like he's playing so bad this season.
Yeah, and as he got
So
paid,
bad.
boy, he everyone's gassing him up. Oh, he's the third star. He's this, he's that. Oh, okay, all right, fair enough, man. I saw some egregious takes about players they were comparing Austin Reeves to.
Nah, hi.
What is he like? 26,
He is 25.
25? Yeah, but the way people describe him, they're acting like he's like 19 or something.
Yeah, literally when I like last season I thought, oh, like he's 20, like maybe 21. Like I checked, like he's like in his late, like mid-20s already. Like
Yeah, but
this
I
season
don't.
he's averaging 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists.
Mm, yeah,
But nah,
it's rough, but I guess the Lakers always find a way to start like this. Though, to be fair, um, I think they started with it pretty, but obviously that was before they made the Russ trade. Uh, but I don't know. This season is quite tough though in terms of being able to get back because obviously the Nuggets are just up there. They don't look like they're gonna slow down anytime soon. They've got what they've got. You've got a little bit of time to kind of get things together whilst teams are because there's a lot of newly formed teams that are still trying to get a hang of each other. Um, and
and
obviously you've got
there's a
Robert.
lot of teams that obviously will, I think, just will fall off slowly, and then not used to be like that high.
Yeah, but
So
as the Lakers, as a team that was in the conference finals last season and they didn't make a crazy amount of changes to their at least to their main core. You would hope that they'd be a bit better right now, than they're showing. And obviously, it has been close games. I think LeBron had the quote uh, that they're like the Steelers, to where they don't blow out any teams. It's kind of like close win or close loss, either way. Um,
and they lost yesterday by
oh yeah,
what?
yeah. Yes, they got blown
They
out
lost by 30 points to
by the
Rockets.
Rockets.
Yep,
They just got blown out by the Rockets. Yeah,
yep.
that is rough. Allowing Dylan Brooks to back it up, like to talk trash and back it up is crazy. Uh, yeah, I don't know for the Lakers, to be honest. Um,
Yeah,
D'Angelo Russell,
I feel like they will be fine, but like at the moment, I think feels like last season where they struggled at the start, but like later on they just start playing better. But I don't know, like last year it was trade deadline that
yeah,
saved them. But
trades
like
that one. So the team actually changed.
yeah, but
Uh,
right now they like every Lakers fan like felt like very confident going into the season. Like right at this point, like yeah, just trade that one. They trade this one.
bro,
They
2
want
days ago I saw a
everyone.
Bleacher Report article that was like 5 trades the Lakers could make. I'm like, bro, season just started. It's been like
This
2 weeks, bro.
is first game or like third game of the season, and someone said this is a must win for the Lakers.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't remember which game was, but like it was always must win.
yeah.
I
Oh my,
yeah,
yeah. The Lakers will be the Lakers. There's always drama. A LeBron-led team and a Laker team. There's always going to be some sort of drama. Uh,
yep.
yeah. D'Lo started the season quite badly as well. Um, he had
He's
a sorry
very
game.
just kind of inconsistent as expected. So
Yeah, yeah. That's what you're
yeah,
getting
so
with it.
that's what Dilo did. Yep, exactly.
Uh,
That's what.
there was a lot of gassing up acquisitions. Like, oh yeah, I saw Cam Reddish, he's pretty much his place in the league is purely based off that Anthony Edwards video.
Yep.
Like, I saw, yeah, he's gonna revive his career in the Lakers, blah blah blah. And then there's some of the players that they picked up that it is crazy. As soon as a player starts playing for the Lakers or LeBron, they just fall off dramatically.
Yeah.
Uh, lights get too bright. But yeah, yeah. With this one, I just don't think I don't really. There's no real reason to overreact too much. I think when they get AD back, when they get a bit more chemistry, it'll be all right. I don't think Austin Reeves like fell off the face of the earth. I
Oh
think
yeah,
he'll be better than he's been. He'll be better than he's been.
yeah.
Uh, Some are saying it's a bit of a hangover from playing over the summer. Uh,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. He should probably be better. But yeah, from that game that the Lakers just lost to, Dylan Brooks as a riser, he's kind of like on the
He,
opposite spectrum.
apart from this game, he's cooking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's literally the opposite of what we just said of Austin Reeves. He is benefiting from playing over the summer.
Yeah.
Definitely, he's one of the players that are riding that high from playing in international ball. And I think I don't know if we said it on the pod or not, or just talking to each other, but he seemed like one of those players that the way he was playing, he was like fixing for a comeback
Yeah.
season for sure. And he's been, yeah, like apart from yesterday, he's been lights out. He's been lights out.
I'm pretty
Contribute.
sure he was before that game. He was like number one in 3 point percentage as well, which is very unheard of like from him. So it's
Yeah,
yeah. And Rockets
no,
have like positive record as well, which is very surprising compared like to everyone. So as like at the start of the season they started very poorly, but at the moment they are 4-3, I think.
mhm.
They are 4-3, sixth in the West, but like it's early start of the season, right? Everyone knows what's gonna happen. But yeah, Dylan Brooks is they definitely like it looks like they needed someone like that, like veteran who will just go out and yeah.
Yeah, nah, he's a big part of the culture, which the Grizzlies are definitely missing right now.
Like they're lacking that now.
They are absolutely missing that right now. Um, so there is a reason he's in the league.
Yeah.
They not quite Guangdong Tigers yet, not yet,
Not yet, not yet.
not yet.
Bro.
But I mean, he was quite solid for the Grizzlies like a couple of years back as well. Like he was,
Yeah,
I
last
believe
season he was
he was,
very
he was
poor.
a solid shooter and everything. I think last season he just got a bit too much into his own head about this new villain role he was taking on and
Yeah.
everything, and media got quite high, and yeah, it's just yeah, it's tough. So you can't base someone's career off a bad series, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, and I feel like right now when he's at the Rockets, like no one really cares what he's doing because he's on the Rockets. No one's watching Rockets. There's literally has zero pressure. Well, on Grizzlies, I still he look like oh yeah, I don't feel any pressure, but he definitely like as you said, he was in his head and like he was definitely like gonna handle the
especially
pressure, especially last
especially
season.
in that Lakers series, especially in that
Yeah,
Lakers series, the whole Bron stuff. Nah, for sure. Uh, and then okay, another faller. I've got the Bulls.
are they a faller when they like you can't call them a faller when they didn't even make a playoffs last year?
Yeah, I
And no
well,
one really expected anything from them because they did nothing in the off season.
mhm.
They just go
But
like
they're like even
basically,
worse than I thought they were gonna be.
yeah.
They're like even worse than that. Like the as low as the standards I had to throw them in, man. R.I.P. Jack, R.I.P. I had to throw them in just to slander them in his absence. But
Not
just a little quick one, little bonus
gonna
one.
lie, I really
Let's
hope
also start. Huh?
I really hope Bulls will stay bad because I feel like they will be selling team, and I'm looking at a bold guy and the point guy. Like, I feel like he would fit us very well. So I just want them to stay bad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think you'll get your wish, bro. I think you'll get your wish.
Hopefully.
All right. That was a little bonus one, but we'll throw in another. We'll throw them in with another team that was already bad, but still, the Wizards. They're not a faller because they've always been trash. But I just wanted to shout out. I just wanted to shout out the new duo in Kuz and Paul because they are just like the funniest. They're like they're so bad that it's so funny. You just still have to follow it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
how bad they've been. It is actually hilarious. Like throwing a lob off the backboard down 20
Defense, defense non-existent as well.
is like comically bad. I'm pretty sure them two, they're the lowest duo in the league in terms of
Yeah, yeah,
defensive.
yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Uh, I don't even want to search up what their plus minuses. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing,
Yeah,
but
Wizards. Yeah,
whatever they're doing, but they're having fun doing it. They're having fun doing it for sure.
I feel
Uh,
bad for Wizards fans.
yeah, it is just poverty. It is poverty. It's just
They
pure
went from Wall and Beal to Kuzma and Poole
poverty.
over the last few years. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Now pool with like an ultra green light is been comedy, man. It has been.
shot against the Celtics. Like literally just he doesn't care. The thing
Nah,
is, he
nah.
won the chip. He doesn't care at this point.
Yeah,
You can
won
see
a
it. He
chip,
doesn't.
got the bag. Like he's done everything you need to do as an NBA player, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So,
comedy.
all right, so let's get back into risers. We'll go with Cam Thomas, who like ain't shit funny right now because
Cooking.
he's going crazy. He's going absolutely crazy. Not last game. A lot of these, it's like a lot of this stuff has changed in the last like overnight. Everything we're talking about is great until like yeah, like the game overnight though. But yeah, obviously every he has like what the highest starting percent like score points per game of all time over like the last couple of seasons because obviously he hasn't started much, but when he starts
Yeah.
and gets mid, pretty much an automatic 30 plus. So uh
Not gonna lie,
it hasn't.
when he had like few 30 games, I thought he's gonna get benched because last season when he had that like incredible run, he got benched and he didn't even play. So I
Yeah,
thought this season's gonna be the same thing, but like no, he's playing and he's still cooking. He's playing very well.
yeah. Whether he's off the bench, whether if he gets minutes, he's a pure bucket. Obviously I think his defense has improved a little bit this season, so it's made him get more play as well. Uh, I think they're still trying to find a way to make it lead to wins in terms of within an offense, because he just when he plays, he's got like ultimate green light. He does not care. Like there is not a shot that he won't take.
He's
Uh,
similar to MPJ where he just I got the
oh
ball
yeah,
and
yeah,
let's
yeah.
shoot.
He letting it fly. He letting it fly.
Yeah,
Like get the rebound, get the rebound. And sometimes when it goes in, it looks amazing. Like that shot he hit over Dame,
yeah.
crazy, crazy. That logo three on Dame himself, yeah, beautiful. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason why. I mean, he's kind of taken over from Miles Bridges as the leading scorer of the team. And obviously Miles, there's more that Mikel, sorry, Mikel does than scoring. So we'll see. Obviously, I still do see a lot of Nets fans saying I would rather have a more balanced offense than have Cam take a ton of shots.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can see. But yeah,
so yeah, we'll see that. And then a big part of it as well, I do want to give a shout out to Ben Simmons. He's not putting up like all-star numbers or anything, but he clearly does
solid.
organize the
He's
team.
been solid. Yeah, he's been solid.
Been very solid. He's been very solid in terms of his playmaking, defense as usual. Uh, Look, I mean, I know everyone wants to jump out whenever a player doesn't live up to the crazy pre-draft projections that they get. You know, he's a mix between LeBron, Magic, all of the above. He hasn't quite been that, and obviously there has been regression there. But the fact that he's got his confidence back and he is a productive player,
Yeah,
um, he's bringing an element to this team that they didn't have last season in terms of his playmaking, defense. Obviously, I think he's a big part of it kind of working as well in that he's able to make things happen and be kind of manage the offense out there for sure. So we'll see what this team does. Obviously, there's not many expectations for this team
yeah,
this season, but yeah, it's nice for them just have a clean season away from all the drama of the last couple of years and see if they can build something out of it.
yeah, for sure.
Uh, let's go to the other side of that. You got the Suns. Obviously, they've been riddled with injury. Um, yeah, it's just been a tough year for them because, as I said earlier, when you build your roster around pretty much you just care about that top three, top four. Now it gets a bit sticky when one or both now two players going out at the same time. It's
Well,
quite
Beal was back yesterday, so
yeah
I don't know, but yeah, as you said, like I don't know, like it seems very similar to Net's situation where
yeah
one got injured, other got injured, then like everything like falls off. And but yeah, I don't know, like it's interesting. Like KD is doing KD stuff, like he always will be, and like he's cooking. Mm,
mm,
I'm surprised by Nurkic. really like fits the team.
Mm.
He's playing very well. Like I'm surprised by him, and like yeah, what Eric Gordon, like he had last few games apart from yesterday, he's been good, solid as well. Because he started over with Beal, and like Beal came back yesterday, so yeah, interesting.
Yeah, yeah, that comparison is interesting with the Nets, where it's like you have this trio, but it's rarely a trio. It's either a
But
combination
yeah,
of these two or these two. Uh, and will they have enough time to kind of put it all together in time for the playoffs? It's tough because got Brook. Like Book has never really been an injury prone player, and Beal has had injuries, but it's not been a thing that's played his whole career. So
yeah,
the, very unlucky for that to happen at the exact same time, right at the start of the season, trying to build something new. But yeah, KD is steady. He's if KD's on the court, he's gonna give you that production,
yeah.
no matter what. And shout out to him, LeBron, Curry. They are just showing this the longevity thing is just crazy right now with those players that should not still be some of the top players in the league, but they are just
Yeah.
still continuing to be that. But especially KD after all the injuries that he's gone through, especially late in his career, being able to bounce back and be that consistent player. Uh, don't want to take that for granted at all,
Yeah.
for sure. Uh, and then let's go Pacers as risers. We are gonna have to like just keep revisiting this trade that was absolutely cooked. Uh, I mean, we had strong opinions about it too at the time, but it's looking like a trade that obviously the Kings and the Pacers with Sabonis and Halliburton,
Yeah, they
but
both sides won the trade.
yeah, it's produced two of the top offenses uh, of like the modern era.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, the Pacers offense looks amazing. Halliburton leading the league in assists. He's just been
I
yeah.
feel like if he stays, I feel like it's similar to last season when they were very good when he was playing, but when he got injured, literally his paces fell off massively. I
Yeah.
feel like it's very similar situation here. But like the Halliburton has to play literally 70 plus games for them to be like up there, like to make the playoff. I feel like if he plays 70 games, they definitely can make the playoffs
Mm-hmm.
because they like their offense is that good. But one thing I will say, I don't know why, but Aaron Neesmith had one good game, and Pacers fans started saying, "Oh yeah, but Pacers got fleeced by the Brogdon trade."
Yeah, I saw it. I
Come
saw he
like one good game in 4 years. Like, come on.
boy tweeted that tweet about yeah, he's shameless. He's so
And
shameless.
then
He's probably
Neesmith
had
as
that
yeah, Neesmith as well. I posted on the story about like that trade after that
yeah.
one good game. Like, come
Yeah. He's had that in the drafts for like 2 years.
like the yeah, like and the fact that like it's not even like Celtics fans clowning him or like a lot of Celtics fans really liked him, but like we got better players and like there's no need for that. Like, and you had literally one good game in 4 years. Like,
Move on. Let's move on.
yeah, but like overall, like Pacers, yeah, as Halliburton looking like an all star so far.
No, for sure. And especially in that East where it seems like every player's gone west.
Yeah,
There can definitely be a year that he makes the All-Star game. Um, back to the Fallers. I've got the Kings here, surprisingly. They haven't. Wait, do I? Is that the? Let
yeah,
me see.
you had the Kings, yeah,
Wait, I think there was another team I wanted to talk about first. Um,
Grizzlies.
yeah. No, Grizzlies.
Grizzlies,
Yeah,
like they are rock bottom.
yeah. Joe Wick, man, you don't know what you've done to your team, man. You do not know what you've done to your team. But obviously, a combination of Ja being out, Adams obviously they lost right
Yeah,
away.
Clark is still not about like still injured.
Yeah, and obviously, as we said before, Dylan Brooks not having that presence there, he's definitely a big force in the locker room, and they are reeling, man. They are reeling. They only just got they just got their first win
A couple of days ago
days ago.
against they won against Portland. but
Yeah,
they
seven
lost
to
yesterday
seven.
again.
Yeah,
They are
it's not.
1-7. They are worst team in the league now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we already said. I just don't think that they. I don't think they can hold the fort to the point where they can make up for this time that Jar's gonna miss. And even when you insert him later in the season, it's not gonna be easy to just overcome this right away like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, this might be a lost season for them. It might be
feel
because I
bad
just
for like some of the players, but like yeah, like guys,
like you saw Marcus Smart there when they
I like some people like laughing, but like I fully understand because he'd be like literally winning all his career and like he
yeah,
never
he's never
missed a
been part of
playoff,
the losing
and
team.
now he's in a situation like this where like
He's a winning player, so that
exactly.
is rough. It's very rough for him for sure. Uh
But to be fair, like late in the season, and everyone said, "Oh yeah, 25 games is not enough for Ja." And like looking now, I think it was like some people might say, "Yeah, it's too much now because they won't even make the playoffs." But yeah, like yeah, I feel like still it's a long season. Anything can happen. But yeah,
yeah, yeah, but getting yourself in a hole like this in
yeah,
the West looks like it's gonna be like a photo finish as well. Like
yep,
it is gonna
for
be
sure.
very there are gonna be even teams that drop 1 or 2 games that they shouldn't have are gonna look back and be like, oh, like that
Yeah,
was the difference between the third seed and the play-in. Uh,
I will. It won't be that close, but yeah,
yeah, yeah, but there are some wild seeds.
but
There
yeah,
are
they
some
will
wild
definitely
seeds.
be
Yeah,
the like
yeah,
1-2 games difference between like playoffs and play-in. Definitely.
yeah. So it's yeah. It's not a good hole to find yourself in. And I know, yeah, Jar's definitely kicking himself, looking that he can't help
Yeah,
them out of this. It is rough though, man. It is very rough. There's not much hope. At least they know that they do have an all-star point guard there ready to come kind of save them a bit. But
yeah.
yikes, man, I didn't expect them to be this bad.
Same.
Not expect them to be
I
this
don't
bad.
think anyone suspected like expecting that.
We can officially retire the like better without Jar, that BS narrative that
Yeah,
was there for you. Like, oh, look how they play without Jar.
yeah,
That
nah. They
oh,
need him.
that
They
is
need
over.
him badly.
That is over. That is over. Um, but yeah, back to Risers. Detroit, great young team.
Well, the
Um,
rises in terms of playing and not the record. Yeah,
yeah. No, no, no. Of course. With a team like that, but you can see the trajectory.
yeah.
Uh, you can see the trajectory. You can see that the new like what they brought and infused into the franchise now. It like there's hope now. There's
Yeah,
hope now.
100%.
All of the young players look great. They fit well together.
All of them, apart from Killian Hayes. Literally, I see Hatred Central tweet every single day about Killian Hayes, how bad he is. But yeah, like, as you said,
Oh, there
like
was
he,
this TikTok account I used to see. I wasn't even following him, but it would always show up on my feed. Like, I was like, how bad is this guy? Because it was literally every game. Like, he's going like,
yeah,
this was last season though. You would just be putting out like 2 for 15 games, like on the regular. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Why? How is? What's it?
and the fact that he's like starting over Jaden Ivy. Well,
Yeah.
Jaden, I don't know where JV Ivy is now because he says he's not with the team, but I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, that's the politics of the NBA though. When a when a front office is attached to a player that they drafted, they never want to feel like they drafted a bust. So they're gonna give them opportunity after opportunity,
yeah,
even if other players that they drafted lower start to outplay them, they're still gonna try to get everything out of that draft pick. So yeah.
but yeah,
But I mean, Thompson, I saw Thompson,
he
bro.
looks so good. He's in potential to be all NBA defensive team now so far this season because he's been locking up players like his blocks and steals per game. Like literally
Yeah,
all like in
there's
blocks.
so many stocks. Even his rebounding
Yep.
as 6'6". Uh,
Yesterday he had 15 rebounds against Bucks.
he's
Yeah.
ridiculous, man. He is ridiculous.
And Jalen Duren is having a very good season as well. Like literally double doubles.
Yeah, Jalen Duran, man, it breaks my heart every time. It feels like he's the one that got away, man. I do feel like we should have drafted him low key. As much as I love Giddy, I
You
do
have to,
like,
and you have Chet now.
yeah. But in the moment and last season, I was like, oh.
Yeah,
But
but it's
nah,
still
yeah,
19, so it looks very good.
yeah, he's great. He's great. He's great.
Yeah, like yeah, so Pistons have like few gems that like Pistons fans should be happy about and like actually
Yeah,
be looking forward to watch the team play.
yeah. Top to bottom of their franchise, it just looks like they're in the right spot now.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, they're gonna be a force in the East in the future for sure, 100%.
so yeah,
Yeah. We're gonna finish it on a positive note and just continue with rises now. Uh, the Timberwolves, they they look good.
they
They
look
look
very
good,
good.
very good. And as much slander as I'm always willing to give Gobert, I have to at the same time give credit where credit is due.
Yeah,
And
finally.
he once again is the anchor of a very good defense.
Yeah,
Uh, balling out offensively to a degree, and it's to a point where with how Cat is playing, he's very expendable now, and he might be the player that you. I mean, he's probably the player you get the most value out of because you're not trading Ant, obviously.
no,
Uh,
no chance.
he's the next one there in terms of name value that you're going to get the most value out of. So, and he's not been he's been a third best center on his own team.
Yeah,
This so because Jaden McDaniels obviously he's a huge part of uh how they're playing as well. So it's like I think you move him at this point because you go all in on the fact that you have a great defense now. Uh, and is being and obviously you saw that firsthand.
yeah.
uh,
It is
yeah,
what it is. It is what it is.
yeah. It is what it is. Uh, and even though in theory I do still believe they gave up a lot for Gobert,
Oh yeah,
but
obviously.
when you play like this though, it does at least give your fan base like, okay, I don't really care about
Was he
2020.
worth the five first round picks?
Absolutely not.
Is that
Absolutely.
right?
And that by the tone of my voice, please do not think that I'm trying to justify that. I am not. What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is when he's actually hooping, you
Yeah,
can at least like block your brain from 2029
yeah.
just think about, okay, I've got a good team right now. And fans, when fans are packing out the arena, they don't care about what's happening. Like
In the future, yeah,
the
they look about the
the
like
fifth grader that they
next few
lost
years.
out on. You know, they don't care about the kid, the kid at school that they lost out on. Like
Yeah, yeah.
they can at least suspend that. It's when you're having a terrible season that's when you're like, oh, yeah, like how many draft picks we've got and everything. Like that's when that
Yeah,
that
bad
becomes
season, and every single game you reminded that. Oh, Timberwolves traded that many first round picks for Rudy
yeah.
Gobert, like literally every single
To
game.
this day, that's like the biggest trade package of this decade.
Yeah, it's
And
insane.
we've just had Harden, Dame,
Durant,
Durant,
yeah,
all moved in this decade, and that's still the biggest draft. That's still the biggest trade that's been
it's
made. So
insane. It's insane.
that is crazy. But listen, this was supposed to be a positive. Like that, well done, Gobert. That's not Gobert's fault. He didn't trade himself. He didn't trade himself, so he's doing what he's supposed to do. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
he's
at
doing. What...
least like after last season, this season, he definitely like playing very well. And that's what happens where your players don't punch the wall and break their hands. So
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, I don't know. That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah. And then Maxi. I think what we
well,
obviously
yeah, we covered like Max
we
Harden
covered
trade.
that
So
when we
yeah,
were talking about the Harden trade. Yeah, the Mavericks are up to a very hot start.
I feel like
Yes, that's
they have very good starts every single year though. I feel like every
yeah,
single year they are playing so well. But one good person on the match is Derek Lively, a rookie.
exactly. Yeah, he's
He's
come straight in and he's been
great,
ready
yeah.
to go from game one. From game one, he
Yep.
stole the show. Stole the show against Wemby. Absolutely balling, and he's been the big that the Mavs have been missing for this whole Luca run.
Like proper big nose like White Powell's playing as a center like the last few
I
years. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's been very good for them, and he adds a new dynamic to that team. Uh, Kyrie's having a great playmaking season.
Yep.
I see a lot of Kyrie fans pissed on Twitter because he's not averaging like 30 points per game, but he's clearly enjoying himself and he's playmaking, and you don't
He's
need
playing with Luca. Like, what do
Luca
you
does
want?
it. It's Luca. Like, what do
Like,
you want? You want it to be easy. So,
yeah.
they've been good. I think you don't fix what isn't broken. Like you don't need.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't,
they're fine for now.
yeah.
I think
No,
when it comes to playoffs, then Kyrie can step up and like be third per
mhm,
game scorer. But at the moment, like you're playing well, everything's going well, and like if you don't need to like average 30 points, you'll be fine. And especially Kyrie being at that age and had all those injuries, like it's better for him to like basically chill the season and then basically be ready for the playoffs.
absolutely. Um, and yeah, with Kyrie, especially he got the contract he wanted. He got some stability there. And now you had a full off season, knowing what team you're getting to go into preseason with, now into the regular season. So now you can build. Obviously, when you make a trade deadline move, it's kind of you just throwing it all together. Uh, I mean, they ended the season tanking, but yeah, I mean
Derek Lively, they got Derek
got
Lively out of
Horford,
that.
so very smart play there made, I guess. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can't really complain with that. Can't really complain with that. But yeah, that is all we're gonna get into for today. Don't want to make this too long. We'll continue to see if these rises are gonna continue to keep up what they're doing, and if these bottom of the barrel teams are gonna get their act together. Don't know about the Wizards, to be honest. I think
Yeah.
we'll just enjoy that car crash from afar. But that was it. That was latest episode of Four Quarter Talk podcast. Thank you for tuning in if you got into this point. We out. Peace.